Hello there, and welcome. I am the sleepy astronaut. I'm so glad you found your way here. Maybe you have had a hard, draining day, or maybe you just love learning about space and time, and either way, tonight's journey is for you. Tonight, we will be doing something truly incredible, traveling to the very edge of the observable universe. I am coming right down to Earth to pick you up. I brought along an extra pair of my special, faster-than-light boots just for you, so strap them on tightly. Together, we will start right where you are, stepping outward into the dark to witness the true scale of our solar system, which stretches far beyond what most realize. From there, we will drift past our quiet spiral arm, look back at the brilliant, spinning disk of the Milky Way, and expand far past our local group of galaxies. We will glide across immense cosmic webs until we finally reach the glowing edge of all that can be seen. It is a long, quiet flight through the dark, designed to help you let go of the world below. If you enjoy these calm journeys through space, I invite you to subscribe or leave a thought below. It helps other astronauts find their way here. But for now, your day on Earth has come to an end, and your journey through the stars has begun. You don't need to do anything, just relax and let your body sink. Let your eyes grow heavy and allow your mind to drift into space. Let's take off. Let us begin this journey right where you are, in your bed, beneath your blankets. Your body is still. Your breath is slow. Your mind is beginning to soften, like clouds dissolving into a night's sky. Now, gently, let your awareness drift upward. Leave your bed behind. Rise through the ceiling of your room, through the roof of your house. Look down and see your street, small and quiet, nestled out among others. Drift higher. See your city spread out beneath you, a tapestry of tiny lights. Higher still. Watch your state or your country shrink into a patchwork of greens and browns, blue and white. Keep rising. The continent curves away beneath you. The oceans stretch out to meet the horizon. And then just like that you see it, the full curve of the Earth, hanging in the black velvet of space. The planet that has held you your entire life, now a perfect, fragile sphere beneath your floating feet. Hold that image for a moment. A blue and white marble drifting alone in the dark. If Earth were a small glass bead, our sun would be a beach ball over 100 times wider. And that bead would orbit that beach ball across the length of a football field. Sunlight, the fastest thing there is, takes 8 minutes to cross that field. When you look at the sun, you are seeing it as it was 8 minutes ago. If it vanished in this very instant, we would still be warm, still bathed in light, unaware for 8 whole minutes. We leave Earth behind. The moon drifts past us, silent and grey, so close it feels like we could reach out and touch it. And yet, the distance between Earth and the moon is wide enough to fit every planet in our solar system lined up side by side. That is how vast the emptiness is, even between our world and its closest companion. We look back, and Earth is gone, swallowed by the light of the sun. Ahead of us, the sun blazes like a brilliant beacon, and near it, Mercury and Venus, scorched and silent, their surfaces baked by the heat. But we are moving outward now, away from the fire toward the deep cold. Mars drifts beneath us, rust-red and still. Its ancient riverbeds speak of water that once flowed, of a world that might have held life. But now it waits, quiet and patient, its secrets buried in dust. We float past, leaving it to its silence. The asteroid belt stretches before us, not the chaotic field of the movies, but a quiet highway through the void. The rocks drift far apart, each one alone in the dark, their nearest neighbor invisible across a gulf of emptiness. And then the giants appear. Jupiter looms first, immense and luminous, its swirling bands of cloud painted in creams and ochres. Its great red spot, a storm that has raged for centuries, could swallow our world twice over. We drift past its moons, Io with its volcanic fires, Europa with its frozen shell and hidden ocean, Ganymede, larger than Mercury, with its own quiet magnetic field. They orbit their vast parent in silent procession, like children circling a gentle giant. Saturn appears next, crowned with rings that stretch hundreds of thousands of miles across, yet they are less than a mile thick, a sheet of paper draped across a continent. We drift between them, watching the ice and rock glitter in the dim sunlight, like a galaxy of tiny frozen moons. The sunlight grows weaker now. The sky grows darker. The stars become sharper, brighter, more numerous. There is no atmosphere here to soften them. They are needles of light, cold and precise. Uranus and Neptune glide past us, pale blue worlds wrapped in methane ice, rolling silently through the dark. At this distance, a single orbit around the Sun takes 165 years. Since the signing of the Declaration of Independence, Neptune has completed barely 1.5 circuits around our star. The cold here is absolute, so deep that methane freezes into crystals, giving these worlds their ghostly glow. And then, as we drift past Neptune's orbit, we cross paths with a ghost of human ambition. Voyager 1. Launched from Earth in 1977, it has traveled further than any object we have ever made. It moves at over 38,000 miles per hour, fast enough to cross the entire Earth in minutes. And yet, after nearly 50 years of relentless flight, it has only just reached the edge of the Sun's heliosphere. It has not reached the Oort cloud. It will not reach the inner edge of this vast, frozen shell for another 300 years. And to cross through it completely? Another 30,000. Humanity's greatest traveler, our most daring emissary, is still just a whisper in the dark, barely a step beyond our doorstep. We float past it in silence, letting a small, metallic form drift behind us. It carries a golden record, a message to the stars. But it will take longer to reach them than all of recorded human history. Let that thought settle softly over you. We are small. Our creations are small. And yet here we are, drifting together, far beyond anything we have ever built. And now we are beyond the planets, beyond the Kuiper Belt, where Pluto and its companions drift in eternal shadow. We are entering the Oort cloud, a vast, spherical shell of frozen comets that surrounds our solar system like an invisible bubble. It stretches nearly a light year in every direction, reaching almost a quarter of the way to the nearest star. Light from our Sun takes over 4 hours to reach the inner edge of this cloud. 4 hours at the speed of light, just to touch the outermost boundary of our Sun's reach. We float here, at the threshold, looking back across the immense gulf we have just crossed. We began in a bed, in a room, in a house, in a city, on a continent. And now, we see it all as it truly is. A tiny bead of blue and green warmed by a distant fire, drifting through an eternity of silence. We have passed Voyager. We have passed the planets. We have passed everything human hands have ever touched. And we are still so small. We have only just begun. Beyond this cloud lies the interstellar void, the space between the stars. And beyond that, the galaxy itself, turning slowly in the night. But for now, let us pause. Let us rest here, at the edge of our solar system. Let your body sink. Let your thoughts loosen. You are floating through the dark, carried by forces older than the Earth itself. You are safe. You are drifting. And the universe is vast enough to hold all your worries, all your cares, and make them feel as light as stardust. When you are ready, we will drift further. But there is no rush. We have paused long enough at the edge of the Oort cloud. Now take my hand again. We take one final step and cross the threshold. The solar system falls away behind us. The sun, once a blazing beacon, is now just another star in the dark. We are floating in the vast, quiet space between the worlds. We have left home. And here, in this deep, silent void, we find something unexpected: emptiness. Not the kind of emptiness you find in a room or a cave, or even the airless vacuum of space near the planets. This is an emptiness so profound that it defies imagination. If you could take a sugar cube of this space and bring it back to Earth, you would find perhaps a single atom, maybe two. Hydrogen, mostly, with a few specks of cosmic dust. It is emptier than any vacuum we have ever created in a laboratory. Emptier than we can truly understand. It is the silence between heartbeats, stretched across light years. And yet, there are islands of light out here. Ahead of us, glowing dimly in the black, lies a triple star system, Alpha Centauri. A brilliant pair of suns, Alpha Centauri A and B, dance together in a slow, graceful waltz, completing a single orbit around each other every 80 years. Alpha Centauri A is a near twin of our Sun, burning with a warm, steady light. Its companion, Alpha Centauri B, is slightly smaller and cooler, a gentle orange glow beside its brighter sibling. They circle each other, at about the distance of Saturn from our Sun, bound together by a gravitational embrace that has lasted for billions of years. And nearby, a smaller, dimmer companion, Proxima Centauri, a red dwarf so faint it would barely rival a candle flame at this distance. Proxima is the closest of all, just over 4 light years away. It is a flare star prone to sudden bursts of brightness that can double its luminosity in minutes. 4 years of light-speed travel. If we could somehow shine a flashlight from Earth, it would take 4 years for that beam to reach these shores, and Proxima holds secrets. It has at least 2 known planets. One of them, Proxima b, is a rocky world, roughly the size of Earth, orbiting in the narrow, habitable zone where liquid water might exist. Imagine it, a world bathed in the dim red glow of a small, unstable star, where the sky would always look like sunset, and the star would appear 3 times larger than our Sun does to us. It is so close, cosmically speaking, and yet so impossibly far. Let us pause here, traveler. Let us touch down gently on this distant world. We descend through a thin, unfamiliar atmosphere. The sky is a perpetual twilight, a deep, reddish-purple glow that never fades to black. The star, Proxima Centauri, hangs low and large on the horizon, its surface flickering with the occasional burst of solar activity. The landscape below us is rocky, ancient, carved by wind, and perhaps by water. The temperature is cold, but not unbearable. If our faster-than-light boots can keep us warm, we might linger here for a while. And now, let us wander together. Beneath our feet, the surface of this world holds a secret. We do not know what it is, but scientists have dreamed of it. Deep, dark oceans of liquid water, trapped beneath a frozen crust, warmed by the gravitational pull of the planet's core. Or perhaps, in a more hopeful vision, we stand on the shore of a vast, salty sea, lapping gently against a rocky beach under that dim red sun. What might live in those waters? Perhaps nothing yet. Perhaps the planet is silent, waiting. The chemical building blocks of life may be there. Carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus. But they have not yet assembled themselves into the first fragile spark of life. The waters are sterile. The land is empty. The planet is a womb, ready but unseeded. Or perhaps something does swim in those depths. Microorganisms, simple and ancient, drifting through the currents like the earliest life on Earth. Single-celled creatures, patient and endless, feeding on the minerals that seep from volcanic vents at the bottom of the sea. They do not think. They do not feel. They simply are. A silent, invisible civilization of tiny beings, the first stirrings of something greater. And perhaps, in time, if we could wait millions of years, those microorganisms would evolve. They would grow more complex, more curious. They might develop fins, then limbs, then eyes that gaze up through the dark water at the dim red star above. They might crawl onto land, breathe the thin air, and one day look up and wonder what lies beyond their sky. Perhaps, if we wait long enough, they would build their own ships, their own telescopes, their own dreams of exploring the unknown. They would wonder if they are alone in the universe. And they would never know that we were here, watching them from across the void. But we cannot wait that long. We have journeys to continue. So we lift off gently from Proxima b, rising back into the silent void. Below us, the red world grows smaller, fading into the darkness. We carry with us the thought of its hidden oceans, its maybe life, its silent possibility. We do not know what lives there. Perhaps we will never know. But we have visited it in our imagination, and that is enough. We drift onward now, leaving Proxima b behind. The dim red star shrinks to a point of light, then fades into the tapestry of distant suns. We are floating again through the great, quiet dark, suspended between worlds. The wonder of that distant planet lingers with us, a gentle thought, like a dream half remembered. And it is in this quiet moment as we glide through the emptiness that we remember that small, brave traveler we passed on our way out here. Voyager 1. It drifts far behind us now, a tiny metal messenger tumbling through the dark. It would take it over 70,000 years to reach this star system, longer than all of human civilization, longer than recorded history. As we float here, leaving Proxima b behind in our journey, Voyager has barely taken its first steps. Let that contrast settle softly over you, not as a sadness, but as a quiet wonder. We are so small, and yet here we are, drifting together through the vast, peaceful dark. This is the interstellar neighborhood, not a city of stars, but a vast, empty countryside dotted with occasional lanterns. The nearest star is a 4-year journey for light, and for anything human, a journey measured in the rise and fall of entire civilizations. We float here, suspended in this immense silence, and we begin to feel the texture of the void around us. The interstellar medium drifts through this space, a thin, ghostly fog of gas and microscopic dust. Some of these grains are only a few atoms across, formed in the hearts of ancient stars that died long before Earth was born. They drift here, cold and patient, waiting for the gentle tug of gravity to gather them into new clouds, new stars, new worlds. We pass through them without feeling them, like ghosts passing through ghosts. The density of this fog is almost nothing, less than a single atom per cubic centimeter on average. But space is so vast that even this faint mist adds up. Across the light years between stars, it amounts to enough material to build entire planets, entire moons, entire worlds. The stuff of creation is here, spread thin as a dream. We are travelers through a realm that has known no human presence, no footsteps, no voices. Only the slow, eternal drift of atoms and the distant light of stars that have been burning for billions of years. The silence here is absolute. The blackness is complete. And yet there is a profound peace in it. We are no longer bound by the noise of our world. We are not rushing, not striving, not thinking. We are simply here, floating through the deep, quiet dark. Let your breath slow. Let your mind wander. The stars are distant and cold, but they are beautiful, and we are floating among them, calm and weightless, held by the quiet embrace of the dark. Ahead of us, something new is beginning to take shape, but there is no need to look yet. Rest here, in this stillness, for as long as you like. We have drifted far beyond the nearest stars now. Alpha Centauri is a distant memory behind us, its 3 suns faded to faint points of light. Proxima b, that small red world with its hidden oceans and maybe life, has vanished into the dark. Ahead of us, the void deepens, but something new begins to emerge, a faint, hazy glow, like milk spilled across the black velvet of space. We are approaching the edge of our home galaxy's grand architecture. We are entering the Orion Arm. Let us pause and feel what that means. The Milky Way is a vast spiral, a cosmic pinwheel of stars, gas and dust, spinning slowly through the void. It is over 100,000 light-years across. And our solar system, our tiny blue marble, resides not in one of the galaxy's grand, sweeping spiral arms, but in the smaller, quieter branch. A spur, really. The Orion Arm. It is a relatively narrow, winding lane of stars nestled between the 2 great rivers of light, the Sagittarius Arm and the Perseus Arm. Imagine our galaxy as a vast, luminous city. The spiral arms are its great boulevards, teeming with light, motion, and energy. And we live on a small, quiet side street, a peaceful lane. It is not dramatic, it is not showy, but it is home. And it is beautiful. The Orion Arm stretches for roughly 10,000 light-years across, from the constellation Cygnus, near the galactic center, to the distant outskirts near the Perseus Arm. It is a gentle, a winding stream of stars, gas and dust. Within it, hundreds of millions of suns drift in slow, graceful orbits around the galactic center. Some are young and hot, burning with a fierce blue-white light. Others are ancient and cool, glowing with a soft, crimson warmth. They are our neighbors, our kin in the cosmic dark. We drift through this river of stars, passing them one by one. There is Barnard's star, a tiny red ember, only 6 light-years away. It moves through space faster than almost any other star in our neighborhood. A silent, swift wanderer passing us by. We drift past it without stopping, letting its quiet motion remind us that nothing in the galaxy is truly still. There is Vega, a brilliant blue-white star, one of the most luminous in our local arm. It spins so rapidly that its equator bulges outward, flattening into an oblate shape, like a cosmic beach ball squeezed at the poles. We feel its warmth as we pass, but we do not linger. There is Epsilon Eridani, a young, chaotic system surrounded by belts of icy debris, a glimpse into what our own solar system might have looked like billions of years ago, when it was young and wild and full of fire. We drift past it, imagining that distant, turbulent time. And then we are through. The stars we have passed become points of light behind us, fading into the tapestry of the galaxy. We do not need to remember their names. We do not need to hold on to their details. They are simply part of the scenery, beautiful, distant, and already gone. As we float deeper into our arm, we begin to notice the texture around us. The space between stars is not empty. It is filled with the interstellar medium, vast clouds of hydrogen gas and microscopic dust stretched into filaments and wisps that glow faintly in infrared and radiolight. These clouds are the birthplaces of stars. Within them, gravity gathers gas slowly, patiently, over millions of years. And then, from the cold dark, a new sun ignites. A baby star, wrapped in a cocoon of dust and gas, begins to glow with its own light. We are floating through a nursery, a quiet cradle of creation. One such cradle is the Orion Nebula, a glowing cloud of gas and dust visible from Earth as a faint smudge of light in the hunter's sword. It is one of the most active star-forming regions in our arm. Inside it, hundreds of new stars are being born, their light illuminating the surrounding gas in soft hues of pink and violet. We drift past it, watching the soft glow of ionized hydrogen, a faint, ethereal pink, paint the darkness. It is the light of creation. And we are drifting through it, silent and calm. We are also drifting through the debris of creation. Nearby, the Helix Nebula glows with the ghostly light of a dying star. This star, once a giant like our Sun, has shed its outer layers into space, leaving behind a glowing shell of gas that will slowly dissipate over tens of thousands of years. It is a planetary nebula, a testament to the life cycle of stars. We pass through its faint glow, feeling the quiet, patient cycle of birth and death that has governed this galaxy for billions of years. The stars in our arm are not evenly distributed. Some regions are dense with young, hot stars, while others are nearly empty, their gases spent or scattered. There is a rhythm to it, a cosmic pattern of creation and dispersion, of gathering and release. And our Sun, our quiet, steady star, is part of this pattern. It has been orbiting the galactic center for over 4 billion years, completing only about 20 journeys around the core. In the time it takes our Sun to make one orbit, entire species have risen and fallen, continents have drifted, and the Earth has changed beyond recognition. And yet, here we are, still drifting, still turning, still part of this grand, slow dance. Let the scale of our arm settle gently over you. It is 10,000 light years long, but our solar system is only 100,000 astronomical units across, a single light year of space. We are small. Our neighborhood is small. But this arm is a river of 100 million stars, and it is only a small branch of a much grander structure. Beyond us, beyond the Orion Arm, the galaxy turns. We are now at a place where the stars are fewer, the dark more profound. We are approaching the edge of our small, quiet lane. And ahead, the Milky Way proper begins to reveal itself. But that is for another chapter. For now, let us drift gently through our arm, feeling its quiet beauty. We are not rushing. We are not striving. We are simply floating, weightless and calm, carried through the river of 100 million suns. Beyond this quiet lane, something grander awaits. But we will not go there yet. There is time. There is always time. Rest now, and let the galaxy turn beneath you. Now we rise. Slowly, gently, we ascend above the flat plane of the galaxy. The stars below us begin to thin, to spread, to resolve into a grander pattern. And then we see it. The Milky Way, entire and whole, spread out beneath us like a vast, luminous wheel turning slowly in the dark. It is over 100,000 light-years across. 100 billion stars, maybe more, gathered into a graceful spiral, its arms curling outward from a brilliant, glowing center. We float above it, suspended in the quiet dark, watching this colossal pinwheel of light rotate with the patience of eternity. Let us pause here and simply look. The center glows with a warm golden light, a dense bulge of ancient stars, packed so tightly that their light blends into a soft, hazy radiance. This is the heart of our galaxy, a region of such density that if you stood on a planet there, the night sky would be ablaze with 1,000 times more stars than we see from Earth. The stars near the center are old, red, and tired, their youth long spent. They have been orbiting the galactic core for billions of years, their paths shaped by the immense gravity of the supermassive black hole that lies at the very center. Sagittarius, a star, a silent, invisible giant with a mass of over 4 million suns. From this vantage, we can trace the spiral arms. They are not solid structures, but patterns, waves of density and that ripple through the galaxy, compressing gas and triggering the birth of new stars. The Perseus arm sweeps outward to one side, broad and luminous. The Sagittarius arm curves on the other, glowing with the light of young, hot stars. And between them, our own quiet lane, the Orion Arm, a small branch nestled between giants. It looks so modest from up here, a gentle thread of light woven into a tapestry of unimaginable scale. But we do not linger too long on the galaxy before us. For now, we do something remarkable. We gently turn around, and we see almost nothing. Behind us, the view is entirely different. The dense, glowing fabric of the Milky Way gives way to an immense, deepening darkness. The stars that were so plentiful in the galactic plane become sparse, scattered, like distant fireflies across an infinite black field. And beyond them, in the deepest recesses of the void, we can just make out faint, tiny smudges of light, other galaxies, drifting alone in the immense, silent ocean that separates them. These are our neighbors in the local group. Andromeda, a spiral much like our own, lies over 2 million light-years away. The Triangulum galaxy, smaller but still breathtaking, glows faintly in the distance, and dozens of smaller, dimmer companions, dwarf galaxies, ghostly remnants, the shattered fragments of ancient collisions, drift through the dark around us. But between these islands of light lies something humbling. Intergalactic space is not just empty, it is almost incomprehensibly so. The distance between our Milky Way and the Andromeda galaxy is over 2 million light-years. 2 million years of light-speed travel. 2 million years of silent, uninterrupted darkness. If we could somehow place our solar system in the void between galaxies, the nearest star would be so far away that our sun would appear as nothing more than a faint, lonely speck in an ocean of black. This is the true scale of intergalactic space. The stars we have passed, the arm we have drifted through, the galaxy itself, all of it is a tiny island of light in an ocean so vast that the distances between islands are measured not in years, but in centuries of darkness. we turn back to face the Milky Way, grateful for its warm, familiar glow. Below us, the galaxy continues its slow, graceful rotation. It has been turning for over 13 billion years, and it will continue to turn for billions more. It has consumed smaller galaxies, absorbed their stars, and grown over time. It will collide with Andromeda in about 4.5 billion years, merging into a new larger galaxy, a slow, gentle dance that will unfold over eons. But tonight, it is ours to observe. It is ours to drift above, to wonder at, to feel small and safe beneath this luminous embrace. Let the scale of the galaxy settle over you. 100 billion stars, each one a sun, each one with its own worlds, its own possibilities. And you are floating above it all, safe and weightless in the dark. We have seen our home from above. We have turned and faced the emptiness beyond. But we are not alone. There are others out there, islands of light drifting in the dark. When you are ready, we will meet them. But there is no hurry. Rest first. We have floated above the Milky Way, watching its great spiral turn slowly beneath us. We have turned around and seen the vast, empty dark that stretches between galaxies, a silence so profound it humbles even the stars. But now, let us look closer at our immediate cosmic neighborhood. Let us drift outward, just a little further, to see what lies beyond our galactic doorstep. We are not alone. The Milky Way is part of a small collection of galaxies known as the local group. It is not a city, nor even a town, more like a small cluster of homesteads, scattered across a few million light-years of dark. There are over 80 known galaxies in this group, bound together by gravity, drifting together through the vast emptiness of intergalactic space. Most of them are small, dwarf galaxies, faint and dim, containing only a few million stars. But two of them are giants. Andromeda is the largest. It lies over 2 million light-years away, yet it is so vast that it appears to us as a faint, hazy smudge in the night sky, visible to the naked eye from a dark, clear location on Earth. It is a spiral much like our own, 100,000 light-years across, with over 1 trillion stars. Andromeda is not just our neighbor, it is our sister, our mirror in the dark. Together, we are the two great galaxies of the local group, the anchors around which all the smaller members orbit. And between us, 2 million light-years of silence. Let that distance settle over you for a moment. 2 million years of light-speed travel. 2 million years of uninterrupted darkness. In the time it would take a beam of light to travel from Andromeda to our galaxy, the continents of Earth would have shifted beyond recognition. Entire species would have risen and fallen. The human race, if it still existed, would be as alien to us as we are to our ancient ancestors. 2 million years is the span of geological time, the slow, patient turning of the Earth itself. The third largest member of our group is the Triangulum Galaxy, a smaller spiral about 2.5 million light-years away. It is a quiet, peaceful galaxy, with fewer stars than Andromeda or the Milky Way. It drifts through the dark, seemingly content to be the quiet sibling in our family of galaxies. Some astronomers believe it may be a satellite of Andromeda, caught in a slow, million-year orbit that will eventually bring it closer to its larger cousin. But for now, it drifts alone, a beautiful island of light in the intergalactic night. And then there are the dwarfs. The large and small Magellanic Clouds, visible from the southern hemisphere, are our closest galactic companions, only about 160,000 and 200,000 light-years away. They are irregular galaxies, not spirals, with no grand structure, just scattered clouds of stars, gas and dust, orbiting us like loyal dogs. The Magellanic Clouds are small, but they are alive with star formation, birthing new suns at a rate much faster than our own galaxy. There are dozens more. The Andromeda Galaxy has its own retinue of dwarf galaxies, small islands of stars that orbit their giant parent. The Milky Way has at least 50 known dwarf companions, some so faint and diffuse that they were only discovered in the last few decades. These are the remnants of ancient galaxies that drifted too close to us, their stars stripped away by our gravity, leaving behind ghostly trails of light that stretch across the sky like celestial ribbons. One such remnant is the Sagittarius dwarf spheroidal galaxy, a small, dim galaxy that is currently being pulled apart by the Milky Way's gravity. It is a ghost of its former self, its stars scattered across the sky like ash from a dying fire. In a few 100 million years, it will have been completely absorbed, its stars added to the population of our own galaxy. The Milky Way is not just growing, it is consuming its smaller companions piece by piece over billions of years. And all of this, the two great spirals, the small galaxies, the gas clouds, the dark matter that holds everything together, all of this is contained within a volume of space about 10 million light-years across. 10 million light-years. It sounds vast, and it is, but compared to what lies ahead, it is barely a whisper. We float here, suspended in the dark of the local group, looking back at our home galaxy and its companions. We are part of a small family of islands drifting together through an ocean of emptiness. We are not alone, but we are small. Let the scale of the local group settle over you. A few dozen galaxies, bound together by gravity, drifting through the dark. It is our immediate neighborhood, the last familiar corner of the universe before we push further into the unknown. Beyond this family of galaxies lies something grander, a vast cosmic web stretching across hundreds of millions of light-years. But we will not go there yet. Rest here, in the quiet of our local neighborhood, as long as you need. We have passed the local group, past its scattered islands of light, past Andromeda and the Magellanic Clouds and the ghostly remains of dwarf galaxies. Now we push further outward, beyond the local group, beyond the immediate companions of the Milky Way, lies a grander structure, a vast collection of galaxy groups and clusters that stretches across 100 million light-years of space. We are entering the Virgo Supercluster. Let us pause and feel what that means. The local group is not alone. It is part of a much larger congregation of galaxies. A supercluster, a vast web of cosmic structures held together by gravity. The Virgo Supercluster is a sprawling assembly of over 100 galaxy groups and clusters stretched across roughly 110 million light-years of space. It contains thousands of galaxies, perhaps tens of thousands, each one a world of stars, gas, and hidden secrets. At its heart lies the Virgo cluster, a dense, massive collection of over 1,000 galaxies, centered about 65 million light-years from the Milky Way. It is one of the richest clusters in our local universe, packed with giant ellipticals and swirling spirals, their mutual gravity locking them into a slow, intricate dance. Some of these galaxies are so close together that they are pulling each other apart, their stars stretched into long, graceful tidal tails that trail behind them like the trains of cosmic gowns. But the Virgo cluster is not a single, uniform structure. It is a complex, layered web of galaxies, gas, and dark matter, with smaller clusters and groups of galaxies orbiting its dense core. The Fornax cluster, a smaller but still impressive collection of galaxies, lies on the outskirts of the Virgo Supercluster, a quiet neighbor in this vast cosmic city. The Eridanus group, the Dorado group, the Pavo Indus group, all of them are part of this grand structure, each one a small neighborhood in a sprawling metropolis of galaxies. Let us drift through this supercluster, slowly, peacefully, observing its scale without being overwhelmed. The galaxies in the Virgo supercluster are not evenly distributed. They are concentrated in filaments and sheets, vast, thread-like structures of galaxies that weave through space, separated by enormous voids of emptiness. These voids are the deserts of the cosmos, places where galaxies are rare and the darkness is almost absolute. The filaments are the highways of the universe, the places where galaxies gather, forming the cosmic web that stretches across the observable universe. And all of this, the Virgo cluster, the local group, the scattered groups and filaments, is held together by gravity. But there is more to this structure than meets the eye. The visible galaxies are only a small part of the story. They are like the lights of a city seen from an airplane, beautiful, but only the surface. The true structure of the Virgo supercluster is shaped by dark matter, an invisible substance that outweighs all the stars and gas combined. It is the scaffolding of the universe, the hidden framework that holds everything together. We cannot see it, we cannot feel it, but we know it is there, because without it, the Virgo supercluster would fly apart. The galaxies would scatter, drifting into the void like seeds in the wind. The fact that they remain bound together is proof that something unseen is holding them in place. Let the scale of the Virgo supercluster settle over you. 110 million light years across, thousands of galaxies, more stars than the human mind can comprehend. And yet, it is only a small part of an even larger structure, one that we are only beginning to understand. We drift through this vast, luminous web, feeling its quiet immensity. The galaxies pass us by, each one a world of wonders, each one a testament to the patience of gravity. We are small. Our galaxy is small. Our entire local group is a tiny speck in the grand architecture of the Virgo supercluster. And yet, even this vast structure is only a small part of something larger, something that encompasses the Virgo supercluster and countless others. We will journey there soon, but for now, let us rest in the quiet of this luminous web. We have drifted through the Virgo supercluster, past its 1,000 galaxies, its hidden dark matter, its vast cosmic highways and empty deserts. Now we push further outward still, far beyond anything we have seen before. The universe grows larger, more mysterious, more beautiful with every step. We are entering Laniakea, the largest structure we have ever encountered. Laniakea. It is a word from the Hawaiian language meaning immeasurable heaven. It is a fitting name for a structure that stretches across 500 million light-years of space. It is a supercluster of superclusters, a gathering of galaxies so vast that it defies all human comprehension. Within Laniakea, there are over 100,000 galaxies, 100,000 island universes, each one filled with hundreds of billions of stars. The Virgo Supercluster, which seemed so vast to us just moments ago, is only a small part of this greater structure. A single branch on a massive cosmic tree. At the heart of Laniakea lies something extraordinary, the Great Attractor. It is a region of space about 150 million light-years away that exerts an immense gravitational pull on the galaxies around it. Every galaxy in our supercluster, including our own Milky Way, is falling toward it, drawn by an invisible force that we still do not fully understand. The Great Attractor is not a single object, but a concentration of dark matter and galaxies, a gravitational well so deep that it shapes the motion of an entire region of the cosmos. But there is something humbling about this discovery. The Great Attractor is not a destination, it is a mystery. We cannot see it clearly because it lies behind the plane of our own galaxy, hidden from view by clouds of dust and gas. We know it is there because we can see its effects, but we cannot study it directly. It is a blind spot in our cosmic vision, a reminder that even with all our science, there are things we still cannot see. And beyond Laniakea, the universe continues. There are other superclusters, other cosmic structures, stretching across billions of light-years. The Perseus-Pisces Supercluster, the Shapley Supercluster, the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall, a massive structure that stretches across an astonishing 10 billion light-years. The universe is not just large, it is layered. Each structure contains the one before it, like nested dolls, each one larger than the last. Let the scale of Laniakea settle over you. 500 million light-years across. 100,000 galaxies, more stars than there are grains of sand on every beach on Earth. And yet, this is only a small part of the observable universe. Beyond Laniakea lies an even greater dark, a deeper silence, a scale that we are only beginning to glimpse. We float here, suspended in the vastness of Laniakea, watching the galaxies drift around us like distant fireflies. We are small, our galaxy is small. Our local group is a speck in the Virgo Supercluster, which is a branch in Laniakea, which is a leaf on a tree that stretches across the observable universe. And yet, we are here, drifting through it all, held by forces we cannot see, carried by gravity we barely understand. Let your thoughts loosen. Let your mind drift like a cloud through the immeasurable heaven. You are part of something so vast that it defies all human comprehension. And yet, you are safe. You are drifting. You are held by the quiet embrace of the dark. There is only one more threshold to cross, the edge of all that can be seen. We will go there soon, but not yet. Rest first. Drift a little longer in the immeasurable heaven. We have journeyed far, from a bed in a room, from a house in a city, from a continent on a planet, from a solar system in an arm of a galaxy, from a galaxy in a local group, from a group in a supercluster, from a supercluster in a greater supercluster. We have traveled through the cosmic web, past billions of stars and hundreds of thousands of galaxies, through the vast emptiness of intergalactic space. And now, at last, we have arrived at the edge of all that can be seen. The observable universe. It is the final boundary of our journey, a sphere of space that stretches out from us in every direction, all the way to the faint glow of the cosmic microwave background radiation. That glow is the light of the universe as it was 13.8 billion years ago, when the cosmos was only 380,000 years old. It is the oldest light we can see, the distant echo of the Big Bang, the beginning of everything we know. But let us be clear about what this means. The observable universe is not the entire universe. It is only the part of it that is close enough for light to have reached us since the beginning of time. Beyond that edge, beyond the cosmic microwave background, there is more galaxies, more stars, more dark matter, more wonders we can never see. The universe may be infinite. It may be one of many. We do not know. And that is beautiful. The observable universe is about 93 billion light-years across. That is not a typo. It is not 13.8 billion light-years across, which is what you might expect if the universe is 13.8 billion years old. No. The universe has been expanding this entire time, stretching the space between galaxies like dough rising in a cosmic oven. The light that has traveled for 13.8 billion years is now coming to us from objects that are much farther away, up to 46.5 billion light-years in every direction. That is the true scale of the observable universe. Let that sink into you, gently, like warm water. 93 billion light-years, containing 2 trillion galaxies, each one with billions of stars, each star with its own worlds. The numbers are so vast that they become meaningless, and that is exactly the point. We are not meant to grasp this scale with our minds. We are only meant to feel it, to let it wash over us, to feel small and safe and free. At the edge of this observable sphere lies the cosmic microwave background, a faint, reddish glow that is the afterglow of the Big Bang. It permeates all of space, a silent hum of creation that has been traveling for 13.8 billion years, slowly cooling as the universe expanded. It is the farthest light we can see, the ultimate boundary of our vision. Beyond it, the universe is dark, unknown, unknowable. And yet, that darkness is not empty. It is full of potential, full of wonders we will never see. We float here, at the edge of all that can be seen. Below us, the universe stretches out in all directions, the cosmic web of galaxies, the sprawling superclusters, the great cosmic voids, all of it contained within this 93 billion light-year sphere. And we, the travelers, the dreamers, the sleepers, are at the center of it all. Not physically, of course. We are on a tiny planet in a quiet corner of an unremarkable galaxy. But we are here, experiencing it, wondering at it, finding peace in its infinite beauty. Let your thoughts dissolve now. Let go of all numbers, all facts, all distances. There is nothing you need to remember, nothing you need to solve. You are simply floating at the edge of the observable universe, surrounded by the light of a billion galaxies, held by the quiet embrace of the dark. The music will carry you from here, gently, peacefully, into the deep. You are safe. You are drifting. You are part of something far greater than yourself, and that is enough. Good night, traveler. Sleep softly. The stars will be here when you wake.